the 90, you would never.
Oh yes.
wear New Balance.
Hello and welcome to the End-to-End Football Podcast, episode number 128. You're here with me, myself, Stuart, Sean, Abbas, Kuda. We're all here. Absolute shambles of an intro there. I do apologize.
All right.
What can we do? What can we do? You press the live button and Abbas does not stop talking. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. But hey ho, we'll press on. We'll press on. Interesting weekend of football this weekend. Sean, I believe we'll come to you first. The heavyweight title contenders at the top there. You know what I mean? Liverpool, Man City, 2-2 draw. You happy with it, Sean? You happy with it? You having it?
No.
Oh. Why not?
Because we should have won. That's why. Nah, I'm only
Fair
joking.
enough.
It was a good game for the neutrals, obviously. I mean, a point against City, even though it's at home. What can I say? I take it on the chin. Still undefeated in the league right now, so what can I say? I mean, they got away with it at the end. Rodri, what a save. Mate, Pep should have given you a bonus just for saving his skin because he was going absolutely wild. And let's get to it now. James Milner, yes, possibly should have been sent off, but
Possibly get that out of here. Possibly.
Possibly.
hey,
Man sent man to the gulag for that, you know.
Move.
Hey,
Yeah, bro. Send man to the
one, bro.
gulag
You
for
wanted
that,
the
bro.
reaction.
You're
hold on.
taking liberties, bro.
what do you mean?
Possibly.
Possibly.
Possibly. The referee didn't do it, so what do you want me to do?
All right. So if the referee doesn't do it, it means that it's correct, isn't it?
Basically,
Certainly.
you got VAR or whatever it's there. Nobody said
Before he
anything.
done that blatant trip on Silver, he could have gone for the two on Foden.
Yeah.
For the two unfolded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
The one that
no.
the referee didn't even give a free kick for. Crazy.
Oh, that wasn't a foul. That was a coming
course it
together of
was.
legs.
That was
But he was
coming
still-
together.
That was outside the box
Coming
anyway. It
together.
would have been no
I
penalty.
didn't say it was a
relax.
penalty. No, definitely a foul though. 100% a foul. But yeah, I don't know how you got possibly in there.
Wow.
It was a possible penalty, innit? No, I mean a possible red card. But thank God Jurgen Klopp took him off. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because you know, as that one went through, and I thought, oh, he's gonna get sent off. I thought it was gonna be a red card, but it's a possibility. But it wasn't true, innit? So what can I say? But even when I see it, I said, please just take him off now because it's gonna happen to him now. So just take him off. Yeah. What can I say?
What about the game as a whole though, Sean? Where did you see Liverpool in it?
Liverpool never had the best first half, but they came
First half
out.
was a bit dicey
Yeah,
for you, lot,
yeah.
definitely.
It was a bit dicey for us, and they came out of the blocks in the second half. Jota seemed to throwing his weight around, which I like, and Salah. Oh, what a finish, mate! For anyone that says that man is not world class, you need to check yourself.
You're actually
Best in the
wrong game.
league. Best in the league.
Best in the world, boy, right now, boy. Jeez, you can't argue against that, boy.
Whoa.
Who? Say someone.
Lewandowski.
Are you all right?
Man, you
Lewandowski's
can't be
good.
best in the
Lewandowski's
world and playing the Bundesliga. I'm
exactly,
sorry.
bro.
It's
That's
just not possible.
Bundesliga
Look what he
tax.
does.
And you know what? As a
Look what he does in
United
Champions
fan,
League.
you should know about Bundesliga tax as well. Do you know what I mean? You need to relax, bro. You need to relax.
But anyway, I'll be honest.
That's
I'm
it.
judging
Calculated
it.
real quick.
No. I'm judging it. I'm judging the extra. Oh yeah, you have the Bundesliga tax.
We're
fair
talking
enough.
about right now
the
on
damage.
form.
The damage it does in Champions League, as well.
Salah
But it's a
did damage
tight one.
in Champions League.
To be honest, maybe my bias kicked in just
I was
a
gonna
little
say
bit.
like what? So
Just a little
Salah's
bit.
taking an off day on the Champions League then.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But if you look at both of them, right, he might be just ahead. But I will say
Who might be just ahead?
Salah is more entertaining to watch. Oh my God, did I just say that?
Yes, you just said Liverpool player best in the world. That's what you just said. You heard it good first.
No matter who comes to this league, whatever status they had, Salah's still better than them.
Yo, relax. It's a long way for Salah to catch up to that record of certain man. But Yes,
Anyway,
I get it. It
anyway,
is good.
let me get back to. Let me not even address you. Move away from me.
You guys are not even comfortable in their own ends, boys.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
So mad.
Don't worry,
this
I'm
man's
gonna
doing
address.
to me, you
I'm
know.
gonna address him in a second when he gets to his team. Innit? But the goals, brilliant set of goals scored. I mean, if you lot was all watching, you lot would have seen that high quality of when the goals were scored.
Absolutely,
I was on
man.
the train
You know what? Yeah,
watching it
as I said,
again.
as I said on the last stream, that these two teams are clear of the league, yeah. And by watching them, you can just see the quality. The quality is different. Do you know what I mean? I think Chelsea will be close to them only because Chelsea will be able to finish off the small teams. But in terms of real quality, these two men are clear. Now I know Liverpool fans never like anyone criticizing their players, but boy, Henderson had a mare, boy, especially in that first half. Lord have the good old mercy. He was rubbish. Actually, the whole team was just like Salah was right back for most of that first half. Yeah, that first half was dreadful. And Pep and Kane, boy, them man are just looking at this thing thinking, rah, we need a striker.
To join hands.
You know what I mean? Because in that the way they played in that first half should have been 2-0. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Should have been 2-0 comfortably. They were all over Liverpool. And you just knew as soon as they didn't finish on 2-0 or like with an advantage that you only get one half at Anfield, but you know what I mean? These men ain't gonna be rubbish for both halves. Not in a big game, you know what I mean? So, if you don't take
what? I have to say, I have to give credit to Liverpool for hanging in there for that half, because that half was sensational football for Man City. Had loads of chances. Again, we have to say if they didn't have a striker, if they had a better striker, maybe they would have put at least one or two away. But even just the mentality to go, okay, we've survived that. Now it's our turn. The second half is
and
very
you've got to say
impressive.
as well, Liverpool as well, they're missing Trent. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's so you can't just say these men ain't got a striker. Liverpool are missing arguably their most important creative force. You know what I mean in that team. People might say what they want about his defensive abilities, but when he's on the pitch, Foden ain't bombing forward like he's doing, because you got to worry about him going forward. I mean, both ways. So
Whoops.
so something. Liverpool also had something a bit missing, and then we've got to look at. So what's that? I forget that. Who's that kid that was playing next to Henderson and Fabinho?
Harvey Elliott.
No. Not today. In the game.
Oh, Curtis Jones.
Yeah, man. He played the best game I've seen him play anyway. I'm sure he's had better performances, but the ones I've seen, he was excellent in that game. Especially in this kind of big game, playing against big boy midfielders. He put up a very good showing. Like I said, he was better than Henderson. But that's not saying much, because Henderson just had an off night, boy. I've never seen him this bad. He came back second half, but I mean, he was losing the ball in dangerous areas where they could have got punished, and he got away with it. Do you know what I mean? But big players, big teams, boy. Do you know what I mean? They're not going to be dead for the whole 90 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everyone can have their off games. I mean, look, certain players have off games for a whole game and still stay on the pitch. You understand? So it's just one of these things, isn't it?
I don't know if that's on me.
Listen, I'm just gonna guess
What
you
did I say?
just held some shots there.
No,
I'm just
it
gonna
wasn't
guess it.
clear. And
I'm just-
my back just went,
Oh man, absolutely, boy. Absolutely. But yeah, man.
you know what? I have to agree with Kuda, and I can't believe, but this is as far of a slap it was to watching the two different games that I had to watch this weekend and seeing back the highlights of it and then watching the whole game fully. These two are incredibly ahead of everyone else. And that's scary, because Man City would still be better with a striker. They're still missing something, and they're still that far ahead. And then you look at the Chelsea. Yes, Chelsea will be in and around. Then I'll be honest, maybe United will be there. I said maybe. But that's just me, That's just
Adidas,
me.
yeah.
This
Hey.
guy, this guy, you want to headache me? Huh? That's what you.
Oh, you've been watching them review?
You want to headache me? That's what you want to do, boy.
Hey.
Man said,
Give
Oh,
man
no.
sunglasses, bro. How do you say something?
Anyway,
like
man, let's stick to world class football, man. Man like Salah, you got to start here. This is why we're talking about why he's the best player in the world right now for me. Yeah, we don't even go to the goal first. You got to go to the assist for Mane first. Yeah, you don't forget that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The goal overshadows that bit as well. Do you know what I mean? That was a good movement, perfectly weighted pass, and an excellent finish from Mane, who's slowly but surely, you know what I mean, getting back to decent form. Yeah, and then you go to the piece de resistance, boy. You know me, I love skills. You know what I mean? I love skills. I love to see people getting twists up, yeah. I mean, Bernardo Silva is one of my favorite players in the league, but Lord have the good old mercy, boy. That ball roll finished his soul, bro. Yo, he just ball rolled it, yeah, and the man just sat down, bro. And then man like Laporte, bro, you know what I mean? The France's new signing. I never knew national teams could sign players, you know. You know what I mean? Yeah? France's new centre back, boy, got the chop of his life, boy. Because like this is the thing with his left-footed players, like people like the Messi's, Robins, and that. Yeah. Because people just assume they're never gonna really cut in on that side, you know. He just faked it, and from when man turns you, yeah, and you can see your number, it's a long. You know what I mean? It's a long.
He went for a cab. He was looking for a cab.
I'm telling you, boy, it was.
Taxi!
You know what I mean?
It was
and then that finish with his so-called dead right foot, boy. From that angle, I guess I mean, this game, the quality, man. I mean, look at the two keepers, man. Some of the passes Edison was doing, bro. Some midfielders couldn't even dream of making passes like that. We'll get onto them man later. You know what I mean? Like some of the, the press resistance over Alisson. Even though Alisson would give me a heart attack if he played for my team. It's like he's so confident of his ability. Yeah, he wait until the last second where to just go past. I'm like, you're taking liberties. But just the quality throughout of these two teams, yeah, like I said, man, at the risk of just repeating myself, clear the rest, man. Stuart, what are you saying?
I find it difficult to argue with you. I mean, as you know, at the beginning of the season, I got Chelsea down to win the title, but after seeing Liverpool progress the way they have at the beginning of this season, I have to say it's taken me by somewhat of a surprise, because I thought Liverpool were in this state of not heavy decline, but definitely going down a path of not coming back in with, especially with the transfer window that they had, was talking about fresh blood and everything like that at the beginning of the season, but. The little changes that they have, the injection of youth that Klopp's put in, that looks like it's enough for them to still maintain that brilliant level that we've seen from them in the last couple of years. And it looks like that Liverpool, as far as I could see, hasn't gone anywhere. And I'll put Man City up there as well, because they're an exceptional team, great manager, great football, good players. I think, like the rest of you said there, I think Liverpool and Man City will probably be the main contenders. Chelsea there, probably on squad depth alone, just the quality they've got to bring in. And sorry, Abbas, I don't agree with you that Man United. I
think we've got to look at that last season.
I've got to ask a question though. Do you see, as you said there, you say you're worried about, you're thinking Liverpool on the decline. Do you think they can maintain this level all season?
I think they can maintain it, man.
For me, it all comes down to, can they all stay fit? If you go and you go without Salah for 3 months, what happens then? You go without Mane, a Van Dijk again. One of those key clogs. Alisson again. He got injured the other year as well. Anything like that could happen in football, and that would be a big shock. And I don't know if Liverpool have got that personnel to change the starting 11 like a Chelsea has, like a Man City has. Yeah, I don't see them with the reserves to come in.
The only one I'll be worried about is Salah. I think even Van Dijk this season is replaceable. He's not like, he's not back to his best really.
No.
He's still obviously better than anyone there, but it's still. I don't think the downgrade is too much. Do you know what I mean? At this moment in time, anyway, when he's back to his full level, then obviously yes, a massive downgrade.
But do you remember I said before, that Matip he's underrated. You understand?
Mm.
People don't really look on Matip. Everybody just looks on Van Dijk. I mean, if they can all stay fit, I mean, last year was just a freak occurrence where everybody just started dropping like fries. That's never really happened to us before. Now, at the beginning of the season, why I put Liverpool of winning the title was because getting all these players back, it was like having new signings. Yes, they should have done more in the transfer window, but then you see Harvey Elliott coming through. Unfortunately for him, he's injured. Curtis Jones is there. I mean, and there's other youngsters there.
I think one of the most important ones was Jota. Was Jota coming in? Like that there has taken the absolute weight off of what's your striker's name? I was gonna call him Fabinho, but it's not. Yeah. off of him. So you look at that and think to yourself, why hasn't Man City gone out and done that? You know, they could have got a cheeky little Danny Ings or something like that. I'm not saying Danny Ings is on Man City's quality or anything like that, but he's a goal scorer. He scores goals. You put chances in front of him,
but then you see saying that. I think that's Pep being cocky. You understand?
Yeah.
I'd like to say we didn't need Aguero. Watch, I'm going to show you what I can do without it. So hopefully that'll be his downfall come the end of the season.
Yeah, it's like all eggs were in the Kane basket as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It almost seemed like it was like it's Kane or nothing.
Yeah.
I don't see Grealish covering that centre role that he had him covering. That's not the way forward. That
is not the way forward. That is not his position, but it showed. But man, I mean, as far as Liverpool, like Sean said already, man, of his last season, the decline was largely due to injuries. You got to look at these players as well. I mean, they're 28, 30. This is their prime, innit? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So there's still legs in these players. You know what I mean? It's not.
You know what? I'm so old school when it comes to football that I still haven't updated my mentality of when a player hits 30, they're old and past it. Nowadays they could go to like 34. You know, that's like the new 30. Exactly. That was the 30 back then in the early 2000s. Or
and the fitness levels of these man, they're still performing at them ages. You know what I mean? 33 is like nothing to these guys. It's not the same. You know what I mean? You look at like, and you know, to go far, you know.
That's what I mean.
This will sound like I'm digging it, man, but who cares? Yeah, but you look at a man like Xavi, for example. Yeah, Xavi at 32, 33, man is playing in Qatar, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You know what I mean, and the top midfielders of today, they'll still be playing Champions League football at 33 and all that. It's different.
I mean, how old's Jordan Henderson? Jordan Henderson's
29.
No, he's not 29.
He's in his 30s. He's in his 30s. I think he's 34, something like that.
No, he's not that old.
No.
I think he's about 31, 32, something like that.
Okay.
Oh.
Young buck still. Loads of
I can see the tears in Abbas's eyes, boy. The man's like, still gonna put up with this.
Nah, you know what? We're coming to.
Don't worry, bro. I've been there, bro. I watched 15 years of Messi, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's tough. I watched many years of that guy just hoping, is he gonna get dead?
See, look, Kuda's like your agony on. You can talk to Kuda off.
I mean, it's therapy. It's therapy, bro. It's therapy. Come on, this is what this podcast is. Therapy, man. Therapy session.
Nah, you know what? It was the realization. You know, I've argued since the beginning of this pod. I was like, no, you know, they're not that far away. Blah 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 blah. It's just having to like just watch them and go. I have to hope they get injured for things to affect them. I don't want to hope injury on anyone.
That's when you know you're mudded, boy. When you're hoping for injuries, boy.
and that's the thing, because looking at their squads, okay, Liverpool squads you might think is a bit light compared to Man City's, but you're looking at their squads and thinking they can probably make this run for a long time. And I was just nice. We just watching them and going, okay, yeah. You know.
But the thing is, you have to remember
we gotta find a way of beating them. That's what I kept thinking in my head.
We keep saying our squad's light. Our squad may not have the same world-class players sitting on the bench, but the players that will come on will still come on and do a job.
No, do you know what? Do you know why I say that? It's only because I know Klopp is going to chase both the Champions League and the league, and I'm wondering, and so he should. You're a big team. That's what you're meant to do.
He's a big team, and he's one of them both. in the last couple of years. So yeah, he should do.
Oh,
I just wanna
relax,
let you
big
know.
man. I'm
Why you
doing
tryna
a
have- why you tryna have
mutual
this
review.
conversation with him?
Trying to do a mutual review. No, so I'm thinking,
I'm just
would
having
his
a
squad be
mutual
stretched?
conversation with you,
No,
bro.
you're not.
It's a
That,
back
that
and
shirt
forth,
is
innit?
all over your mind. Anyway,
All right,
no, but I was
lads,
trying to think,
everyone can talk.
would there be stretched? That's all I kept thinking. Do they have enough replacements to maybe do a full squad rotation if they've played midweek and they need to rest players for the weekend? That's what I was thinking. But yeah, it's
Yeah, but
still
remember,
they're still far ahead though.
the
Playing wise.
biggest injury we got right now is Harvey Elliott. Thiago
Yeah.
will be back after international break. Trent will be back after international break.
Yeah.
Full squad again.
Okay. Yes. Well, let's see. It's a marathon, isn't it? Let's see.
Well,
You
seeing
should
as
know.
you've already seen to have deflated yourself, Abbas. So when we talk about your boys on Saturday there, Man United versus Everton, 1-1 draw. How do you feel about that? I see you got your name there. Ollie fix it. So what's he fixing? Bob the Builder?
Bob the Builder, right?
Can he fix it?
No, because
really?
this week has been no, because the same questions are popping up with Ollie again. And I did say in the beginning, I said I'm backing him unless he's still making the same mistakes. And even midweek, last week, all of it is just this style of play, this tactics that he puts on. And I don't think Ronaldo helps that situation one bit at all. So I was one of the fans that did not mind his team selection. And I actually think we played better with that team. And I think for 35, up to the last 35 minutes, we were good. Martial got substituted at 1-0. We probably maybe could have had one or two more chances, but we were comfortable. The moment the subs were made, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, and a certain man was put on as a striker, kind of collapsed after that.
So who was put on as a striker?
What? Do you know what? I watched this game here and I saw a completely different game to what you're saying because
when Ronaldo came, it's like Everton just decided to push onto our midfield. Because when Ronaldo comes, he doesn't press. So he's useless at the defending. So we're basically defending with 10 men. And then another player decides to run past him to go squeeze the back line or the deep line midfielder. And that's Bruno. Now all of a sudden, two players are out the way. And we've got what's left, which is Fred, McTominay, Sancho, who's not really going to drop back that far, and Greenwood, who's not going to drop back that far. So already all the pressure comes onto our back line. And people are wondering why we keep conceding or why Ole keeps playing Fred and McTominay. Because he needs to protect that back line because he knows a lot of these attackers are not going to do the hard work. And so that's up to the manager to increase it.
To be honest, then why wouldn't you drop any of... Well, to be honest, if I was to drop anyone, it's going to be Mason Greenwood because to be honest, I don't see what he does. I mean, yeah, he may be a good prospect, but it's just a shoot-on-sight policy that's not getting you any goals. So you're shooting for the stars and not hitting anything.
Honestly, when the subs were made, I think Martial was injured. But when the subs were being readied, I honestly thought he was the one coming off. I thought he would have
come off. Because at least Martial's come on and done what he was meant to and scored a goal. But I don't know.
And then even then, I'm sitting there thinking, why did Cavani come off? Why did he even have to come off at all? Why did we have to make a change when we're winning? And we had it, I wouldn't say under control, but we were more comfortable than we have been in a lot of games previously, right? It was working. Something was working. Then you changed it because maybe you made a promise to say, Ronaldo, you're coming back. You're coming on at this minute, or Cavani can't do 90 minutes. I don't know. Maybe that's what
he told Ronaldo he's gonna get half an hour out of him.
To be honest, you're living in cuckoo land if you thought Ronaldo weren't playing that game.
Well, my thing is this is what I'm saying about changing the game changing on its head when he came on the pitch, and all of a sudden everything just felt okay. We can attack them now. We don't need to hold back as we were throughout the whole game. We can literally go and attack them, and that's what it looked like for me when I was watching the game. And I was just sitting there thinking, this sub has not done us any favors. Why did it have to be made? Well, anyway, but then of course you have to talk about a certain man who's very lucky not to receive the L of the week. Fred was all right for most of the game until one moment where he just needs to be a professional and take a yellow card and chop Tamari Gray and kick him into the air. Like, that's all he had to do. What you don't do is get bodied on the halfway line like a scrub.
He's lightweight though, man. He's lightweight.
No,
He's a
no,
lightweight
no.
midfielder.
Then he should go to the
He's
gym
useless.
and man
I
up.
don't know what he's doing in the Premier League, to be honest with you. I don't see.
Running around.
I don't see what other team he fits into in the Premier League.
No top 16 will take the two midfielders that will play.
No top 20 team in England would take him. He's rubbish. He is rubbish. He'd struggle to get in a Norwich team at the moment in time. He's useless.
Ooh.
I don't even care. I'm not even defending him.
I said
I'm not even
Norwich.
defending him. I don't even care. I'm not even defending him because it's just common sense. Take the guy out. You know he's probably, if he gets that ball, well, you should have won the tackle in the beginning anyway. You somehow lost it. He's taking you to the bar line. Professional foul.
So
And obviously,
Ronaldo,
calamity.
Are you blaming Ronaldo for this, or are you blaming Solskjaer for this? Which one is? Which way are you going?
Solskjaer. Right? Ronaldo, anyone that's watched Ronaldo in the last 2 seasons know he doesn't close down players. You know he doesn't do anything, doesn't help that much defensively. So if you're going to use him, you're meant to make a tactic where that can be covered.
So
That's
what is
what
he
you
a
have to do.
liability? Is he a liability to your team now?
Defensively, he doesn't help. That is not even an insult to say it. He's been doing that for quite a long time.
Remember when I said this before, and man are looking at me like I'm a hater, but anyway, we move. But you know what? Yeah, Abbas, I agree
Remember,
with
I didn't
you.
argue with you. I just
No,
said,
I know you
we
didn't.
can sort it out.
No, I know you didn't.
I knew. You know I know. I've watched this guy play.
Yeah.
I know.
You know, I agree with you about 80% of what you said. I agree with what your analysis of when Ronaldo came on and players have to run past him, leaving open spaces. I mean, that's how the Townsend goal came about. Where I disagree with you is when you say you guys were comfortable, because I watched the whole 90 minutes here. I didn't see comfortability. Everton had loads of chances in that first half, man. Do you know what I mean? That Rondon was scuffing shots in the box, you know what I mean? Which, De Gea made a very good save.
Decore.
From Decore. There was a few chances before. I mean, I know obviously, yes, it got worse when Ronaldo came on, but I don't think it was all peachy when what's he called before he came on. But that's by the by anyway. I mean, for me, Scott McTominay was worse than Fred for me.
100%.
And why I say that, Scott McTominay, like I called Oli last week, I called Oli a coward and I stand by it. Scott McTominay is also a coward, yeah? Useless. He plays hide and seek football. He's in the midfield having less touches than defenders and strikers and that. So he's an absolute joke. Yeah. He goes missing. He's got the Harry Potter invisibility cloak. That guy is useless. Then we get to. I don't know why I have more passion for your team yet than you do. Hold on.
Right? Can I just say this? Yeah, I can't argue with a cent of that because that's exactly what I was arguing with my other United fans on the weekend, saying this guy is hiding. He's been hiding for 3 games, and somehow he's getting away with it because Fred just happens to have a negative moment. Then everyone talks about Fred instead.
No one can see him. At least Fred, you can see him. He's useless, but you can still see him. Fred McTominay, my lord. Anyway, let me move on to your guy, Oli. I mean, Oli. See, I think what we're not understanding about Oli is Oli is thinking on a higher level to everybody else. We're just not clocking his wavelength here. You see what Oli done with Pogba? He rested Pogba and he rested CR7. Do you know why he done that? Because he's resting them for Portugal and France. Guys, let's think about it. You know what I mean?
Someone's going to sin bin me because I'm about to swear.
He's arresting them
coming up
for the internet. Of course. Joke. Important matches, come on. You know what I mean?
Matches here.
He cares about Portugal and France. You lot are not just seeing the vision. You know what I mean?
This is why he said you lot aren't experts.
Exactly. This is why I came out and said you guys like you are not on me and Ronaldo's. You see how he put himself and Ronaldo on the same level?
Yeah.
You lot are not on me and Ronaldo's level. You lot, you ain't seeing it. You're not seeing this.
I'm sick of this.
Yeah. You're not seeing this. And then we go to man like Luke Shaw. That's another one on my target list, yeah? Is Luke Shaw, Abbas, a question, is he allergic to overlaps? I've never seen a fullback that does not overlap once in a whole match, bro. The amount of time Sancho get on the ball, yeah? All you have to do is just... No, hold on. I said, is Luke Shaw allergic to overlaps? Because Sancho will get on the ball, you are supposed to overlap to create that sort of doubt in the players, the defender's mind to think, should I go with the guy, this guy, or go with that guy? That makes your winger have to do, you know what I mean? It makes his job easier. But with your football, he never overlaps. The winger has to do magic to get past players and create something. Is he allergic to them? I don't understand. What's going on?
You know,
Is he in his contract?
I had this argument last season about this hype that everyone's having with Luke Shaw, and everyone's saying he's the best left back in the world. I beg to differ a little bit on that.
Everyone?
Who said
It
that?
was all over Twitter.
Everyone.
It was all over Twitter. I couldn't believe my ears when I heard it. I was shocked, or mortified even. There is, because it's funny because he's meant to be the attacking fullback and Wan-Bissaka is meant to be the defensive one. But when I'm watching a game, Wan-Bissaka looks like the better attacking fullback. He actually goes forward. He actually overlaps or goes on the under inside of the winger if the person's on the touchline. I don't see that enough from Luke Shaw. And now, to be fair on him, I know this is why I'm going to go back to blaming Ole. Tellez is 100% fit. Luke Shaw wasn't fit. I think he got dragged off last week. He's only trained once this week. You can see him. He's strapped up like hell for the game. So my question is why Ole? Why are you playing him? Why are you playing him? Why are you playing a lot of players? The only three players that I'm looking at and going, why are you playing? Why are you playing McFred when you know that Everton are going to defend because they don't have their strongest team? So that means we're going to have a lot of the ball. They're going to try and play a relatively low block, right? And why are you forcing the Luke Shaw issue if he's not fully fit? He's only trained once this week. Those are the questions I have to ask my manager.
I think he's just got favourites because even look, free Donny van den Beek as well. Like
free my G, man. Free my G,
free
guy.
Free
my G.
If I had champagne, I'd pour it on the phone for you. Just free him. Yeah, but
free my guy.
I don't know. He's got his favourites because at the end of the day, when I look at your team, you know why you Luke Shaw probably don't do the overlap and Fred looks so dead because your team's not that good, bro. I'll be honest. The team's not that good. And if you look at if your wingers, your wing backs start doing overlaps, your attackers are not coming back to cover the space if they need to run back. Now your wing backs are gonna have to just bomb left, up and down, left, right, up and down, left, right, everywhere. They're gonna be all over the shop. They're gonna be burnt out. And Luke Shaw will get an injury if he does that.
Well, that's the thing is. My thing is all the top clubs have attacking fullbacks and fullbacks that do that.
They got good wing backs.
They choose when and when to do it. They choose when and when to do it, and that's all it is. We're not telling you to go and do it every single time we go on an attack, but do it sometimes.
Yeah, but
do it at least 10 times in 90 minutes, for God's sake.
I mean, this is like basic football 101, and you see like most good teams you have. If the one fullback goes, the other one stays, isn't it? That's
make it a three at the back, and you have one defensive midfielder that makes it four. Like, come on,
it's like this is basic. This is basic stuff.
Ole. This is why I go back to Ole. I'm going.
I don't understand how you're saying back. I don't understand how you're going back to Ole when you're saying Ole fix it. When we've seen in now 3 years that he cannot fix it because this is the same stuff that we're seeing. I mean, what improvement is there? Also, 10 years of watching Rafael Varane at Real Madrid, I've never seen him play left centre back. I'm just saying, he's never 10 years. He never played left centre back.
I'll be honest, I'm not too worried about that too much because he does come.
But he looks uncomfortable. He's uncomfortable. There's a reason why
he slow he looked for the goal. It was terrible.
Oh no!
What you got to?
Yeah, that one was that one. I think that one when because I was watching the whole thing. I've replayed it. When he saw Luke Shaw go across, I think in his head he actually thought Luke Shaw was going to get that. I don't think, and I think even when I watched it live and I saw Luke Shaw sprinting across, I thought, if you don't get that, there's a goal coming. So I had to put faith that he was actually going to get it. And let's just say he wasn't even close.
I mean, you have to say that game, yeah. Andre Gomez missing, Richarlison and I said Declan Rice there, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Yeah, if those guys are playing, you're losing that game. You're losing that game, especially with them chances they had in that first half. The first half that you said you lot were playing well before Ronaldo or whatever, which I'm not really understanding. I think you were very average and you just got worse. I don't think he was actually decent. I haven't seen a good, solid minutes of good football from you guys this whole season. Honestly, even the games you've won, it's just like some, individual thing happens or some brilliant pass, a flash of, 1-2s here, and then you score. Nothing, no sustainable sort of football that you see there.
I think the longest amount of minutes we've done with good football, and this is me being honest, is 15 in a game. 15 minutes.
Ooh.
Where I can sit there and think, right, we passed, we created chances, we did well. Usually that comes at the end when we're chasing a damn win or something. So
I was gonna say it could have been a penalty as well, but I thought that's a bit of a sore subject. Let me not say that.
Anyway, what I gotta say is we've got to be glad that Tom Davis, or whatever his name is, was not confident. He's not the same confident player he was 2 seasons ago.
Whatever his name is, Tom Davis, bro.
Just
should have banged it in the back of the net.
He should have taken a shot.
Stayed a stride back. And just
I think Mina got excited, obviously, following his celebration.
You can't really get to.
Yeah,
the celebration is not needed.
But where he was, if Tom had
that celebration was funny.
Wild.
If he had any confidence in him, he goes and takes that shot, and most likely scores that one. So we even have to be lucky that we.
But just to let you know,
with a weakened Everton team.
That chance was created from Wan-Bissaka not stepping up out of the defense. Just so you know, I
mean there was about 2 players that didn't step up fast enough.
He was the furthest back.
I never saw that.
No. When I saw the line, I remember seeing about 2 players that kept him on. So I was just like, well, that's great line.
So right, let me ask you a question. Has Ollie turned your stadium to the theatre of nightmares rather than the theatre of dreams?
I plead the 5th.
Yeah. I'm just asking because I look at your team. I don't know what type of football you're trying to play. I really don't. Usually, you used to have some identity to your football, and there's nothing right now.
This always comes when we're playing a team that maybe we consider that we're bigger than. So if we're playing anyone other than the top 4, where we can just straight up counter attack the hell out of any of those teams, outside of that, sometimes we look lost. And this is just another example. And these are the things that I have said. I put on record saying that if Oli doesn't fix that, we're not going to win.
But how
so
much
even though I'm saying I'm not giving him anything. I've said it. If he doesn't win nothing this season, or or if it's mathematically impossible for him to win something by January, he goes. I have no business in staying there for another year.
So would you be happy with the FA Cup?
No. Champions
League, something.
League, I don't care. Champions League or league. After £400 million spent, after 4, I'm being very no. It has to be a major prize, right? We can't be.
He honestly sit there and think to yourself, Man United's got a chance in the Champions League. Honestly, with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as your manager.
I'm more looking at the players and thinking these guys could maybe counter.
Telling them what to do.
Maybe they can counter himself and pull it up. He tells them what to do, but he doesn't pull the moments. The moments that we have been winning on, they're not down to Ole's managerial brilliance.
So why didn't they pull it out of the bag on the weekend?
I don't understand that logic, because you're saying that when you've won, it's the players, but you're saying that Ole should
all the time.
And then you're saying, but then you're saying that if you win something, so you're telling me if you do rubbish in the league, let's say you finish 5th there, nonsense league title, and then league challenger, and then you somehow win the Champions League, which it has happened. Teams that are not the best in Europe don't always, look at Chelsea last season. Chelsea won. You can't say Chelsea were the best team in Europe last season, but they won. In any case, so if you go on to win it because I don't know, Ronaldo is scoring hat tricks in the knockout rounds as he does and all that kind of stuff, and it's in individual moments. You've now won that major trophy. Oli, you're gonna be there singing, Oli, look, he's won the Champions League, and in the same breath say it's the individual players. So I'm not really understanding where you stand. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm internalizing Man United too much. I shouldn't really give a damn. That's like, really and truly, I should just let you do this Oli nonsense that you're doing because But I'll speak also for the United fans that are Oli out and say, you Oli in people. I don't think you really care about the club because
whoa.
If you care,
Oli in.
Nah,
Oli fix it.
That's
Oli fix it.
Anything. Okay, let me put it this way.
It's not so black and white, guys.
All right. Well, let me put it this way. I'm looking at this in binary, 1s and 0s here. If you're not Oli in, You know what I mean? If you're not Oli out, you're Oli in as far as I'm concerned. It's as simple as that, man.
There's a lot of grey area with the fan base. I can tell you that.
But there can't be a grey area. How can there be a grey area between that? There just can't be. It's a simple question. You put any of the other top team managers in there. You put a Klopp, you put a Pep in that squad. A Tuchel with that squad, he does better than Oli. They all do better than Oli. They all do. They all play better football, and Man United look a much better prospect under any other manager than Oli.
And you know what? Still, even to go the other way around, if Oli leaves, he might have to retire.
Mad.
I mean that is, you know what, that has been that has been one of the questions I've had to ask some of these major YouTubers that are 100% Oli in and just keep blaming the players for when things go wrong. And I always ask them, okay, so who's gonna hire Oli after this job?
Imagine Oli with that what's it called? Chelsea team last season.
Yeah,
imagine someone in a parallel universe. Oli took over from Lampard. Yeah.
Oh no, no! Chelsea relegated. Chelsea are doing a Cardiff under Oli, mate. I'm telling you.
Oh man, nah. Yeah, just give him his elbow.
You know what? You know what?
Just give him his
Without further ado, for obvious reasons, I think this conversation has highlighted it enough. This week, Monsieur Oli gets the L of the week.
Epic fail. You are one pathetic loser.
Nah. For me, the funniest thing for me is resting players for the international teams. That's a new one on me, man.
Right, bro. That was.
But do you know what? Another thing that annoys me with him is that all right, cool. I can't understand why you rested them, but why is Van der Beek not getting into the team? Why is he not even getting a chance?
Especially ahead of McTominay, who goes missing. So you can't tell me McTominay is doing anything that Van der Beek can't do. You can tell Van der Beek to be more disciplined. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And he would do a better job than whatever McTominay is doing.
Oh, well, I actually agree. I agree. There's not part of me that disagrees. But it looks like after the incident of him throwing the chewing gum at someone, I didn't even think he threw it at anyone, but everyone's saying that he did. It looks weird. Like he is actually. See that
in the video, bro.
He didn't throw it at anyone. He just threw it over the wall like that. I don't know why everyone's making such a big deal.
It wasn't like he dashed it or nothing like that. He literally just said like that.
I mean, he should have, but
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I
dashed it at Oli.
Understood if he did.
Right in the back of his head.
What?
Extra sticky, right?
Like,
check that out.
In the bonnet, boy, straight there. Get the scissors out.
Nah, but it seems like he is being sold in January. Yeah, it seems like he's leaving in January, and
he's got to.
There's no defense on that one.
Well, and World Cup coming as well, man, and he's not even.
Yeah. There's no, and obviously Van Gaal's taken over, and Van Gaal's literally said if he doesn't play, he doesn't get picked. Unlike
do you know what? To be honest, I hope Van der Beek stays in the league, and he plays against you lot to show Oli.
He has four teams that are interested in from the Premier League apparently. I don't know who they are. I can't remember the guy.
Imagine he goes Chelsea or such.
Yeah, Chelsea top.
No, I don't think we're dumb enough to sell it to Chelsea. Well, you never know. Let me not say nothing right now.
The money's right.
It's been a hard weekend for watching United on TV. So I'm just gonna say leave it as that. But yeah, horrible.
That's a broken man. Ollie's broken, you mate.
Not yet.
You know what? Can I ask you one thing here? You see your Ollie fix it, your name that's there, yeah? So you're asking Ollie to fix it so he can stay. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if Ollie fixes his weaknesses and he makes the team more dangerous, more productive, more likely to win, and he does win, then there's no problem there. Yeah, if he doesn't fix it and he stays the same way, then he has to go.
He's not cut out for this level. He's not good enough for this level. He's not good enough for this level. He's not.
Oli has been. I swear, Oli has been a manager as long as Pep. I swear, Oli has been a manager as long as Pep.
Yeah,
he's not a new manager. Yeah. He's been the manager for years. I mean, when is he fixing? You're talking like he's like, you know what I mean, some young manager that's going to learn. This is a grown man, bro. Yeah, exactly. That's what
this is a grown man.
This is a grown man, bro. And man are talking about him like he's some guy.
He's developing.
He's developing. He's learning on the job. Like, bro, you've been managing for time, bro. You're managing for time. This is not changing. This is it. This is what you get. About Ollie fix it. My days.
A relegation and a league title in Norway.
That's it. Last time he was in the Premiership, he got relegated, didn't it?
Yeah.
He was never going to save that Cardiff team anyway, man. Come on, guys, be serious.
I
If anyone
reckon Sam
remembers that-
Allardyce would have saved that team. He had enough
man.
time.
They were gone.
All right, forget it anyway.
Big
Well, anyway,
Sam
that's
to
fine.
United. Come on. Let's make it happen.
Well, what? Whoa!
At least the players
Yeah,
know
man.
what they're doing on the pitch, though. You know what I mean? Hoof it up to Ronaldo. At least it's an instruction. It's more than what you're getting from Ollie.
He wouldn't pay no qualms about that either, but he
Yeah, I
would
mean-
hoof it up
Hey,
there
do you
like
know what-
Ronaldo was
do you know my
Kevin
other-
Davis in his pomp.
apart from obviously Townsend's celebration, my other favorite bit of that match here was right at the end, 93rd minute or something. And Ollie was giving someone instructions, innit? And like he was trying to be stern in the beginning, and it's like, yeah, move or something, yeah. And then the player must have looked at him, and then he's like, starts smiling at him. Yeah. Like I'm like, this guy is a side man, bro. You can't even be stern with the players, yeah. You're just trying to be their friends, like, but man management.
Hey, what did they say about them man there, Abbas? Them man there are soft.
Imagine all this conversation from a draw, you know. Flipping it, bro.
No, but you know what?
You know what? Yeah,
If
look
we
at
had
the players that you
lost,
have.
oh my lord.
Look at you brought on. Yeah, who did you bring on? Who are the subs?
Sancho, Pogba, and Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo, exactly. That's why there's all this
Mad.
talk, bro. Look at the players you're bringing on from the bench,
Ronaldo.
It's
Like,
mad. It's mad.
Pogba.
and Ronaldo, and you're
The
drawing
price
to
tag.
a
The price
exactly,
tag on
and
that
you're
bench.
drawing to a depleted Everton team. This is why there's this discussion. Do you know what I mean? The standards, you know, this is why you're
mad over here, bro.
exactly. This is why your Champions League and Premier League got to win all this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So,
But you had United to win the league. Didn't you?
Uh-huh. But as I said,
No, I'm just saying. I'm no shots.
Listen,
No, nothing. I'm just asking.
I've said my words.
he still has faith.
Said
They're only 2 points off the top, innit? Or 1 point.
Yeah, it's still a long way to go. It's still a long way
None
to
of
go.
that. Yeah.
That's it.
I was just about to say that as well, Kudo. Well done.
No, I knew you were gonna say that's why I had to preempt it, but I still stick by what I said.
Eyes.
You were out of the title race on the second week when I said it on this pod, boys. You know what I mean? And I stick
Draw
by
to
it.
Southampton or
In
something.
any case, boy, let's move on
Like
from
I said,
United, boy.
Wait, before we move on from this match, what out of 10, what we giving Townsend's celebration?
10.
The dismount was poor, innit? The dismount was
10.
poor.
Jeez, the landing was terrible. It looked like a fairy.
I give it 8 out of 10. Yeah, it only gets 2 marks for the execution, but I give it 8 for the audacity to do it at Old Trafford. That's why I get
Off
8
his
out of
shirt
10.
at the end of the game.
He
Yeah,
gets
I mean-
a 10
Off
from me.
his shirt. Nah.
You know what I mean? He
He
was
gets-
just showing
Nah,
respect.
nah,
He was just showing respect. That's
Showing
what he
respect
was
to his
saying.
That's
idol,
what he
whatever.
said, apparently. What's a dead excuse?
Yeah, he was
is
just
that?
showing
There was
respect
no
to one of his
respect,
heroes. That's all. He was just
Listen,
being nice.
I give him a 10, Stu. Due to the fact the goal that the way that
No
he hit
agenda in
it,
this one.
and the gear
It's a good goal. Took it
couldn't
well.
even move.
With his weak foot, or so-called
Exactly.
weak foot.
And to have the audacity to pull that off in Man United's backyard. He came like
With
Tyson
20 minutes to
Fury.
go.
I come for you in your own backyard.
Oh my days.
You know what? That was the biggest disrespect I've seen in football for a long time. You know.
I loved it.
You know what, Abbas? You've been under the spotlight for a while, man. Let's move it on to Townsend, old club, Kudder's club. Let's Crystal Palace, Leicester City.
Yeah, buddy.
2 draw. Oof.
A somewhat frustrating result, but beautiful performance once again. Beautiful performance. You know what I mean? We've lost 2 games this season to Chelsea and Liverpool. That's it. Do you know what I mean?
That's actually very good, you know.
You know, and the games we've played on paper, Brighton, who are up there on points, Brentford, who are a big team, or big as in form and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Tottenham, so-called big team, but no. You know what I mean? You know, and obviously the Chelsea, Liverpool. Like, we've played some tough games, and barring, for me, the worst performance is probably the Chelsea game at Stamford Bridge, which, it's whatever, and it's Chelsea, but we showed nothing. The Liverpool 3-0, set pieces. Obviously, Liverpool are the better team anyway. Hardest ground to go to. Performance wasn't too bad. Every other game, I've been impressed by the football. Do you know what I mean? You saw the stats on Match of the Day. The amount of touches we're having on the ball compared to last season. The amount of possession we're having compared to last season. The amount of pressing we're doing. Do you get what I mean? The downfall is Uncle Ayu. I'm gonna get onto the L. I'm gonna get to the L. But the biggest downfall right now is Ayu is just not on the same wavelength as anyone else. I think in his head he thinks he's like Zola or one of these, these little nifty number 10s. Like, I don't know who he thinks he is, bro. Do you know what I mean? He gets the ball, everyone's out doing quick passing, he gets it and he tries to do some fancy turn, then turns again, then realizes, oh damn, I'm pressed now, and then he just pings it back to the right back. And like, what was the point of that? Fluffs his lines all the time, but we'll get onto him anyway. Let's just dish out this L, yeah. First half, we're all over these guys. Typical Crystal Palace, nothing new, wasteful with our chances. Not really putting people to the sword when we should. And then Anderson, I don't know who he thought he was or how much time he had on the ball. My housemate was sleeping, yeah. This guy, I woke him up with my shouting during that first half, bro, yeah. Because I was getting annoyed first year because our players were just holding on to the ball for too long. I'm just like, release the ball. Yeah, my neighbors must be like, yo, this guy is a nutcase. Like, do you get what I mean? Anderson gets the ball there, trying to do this play out from the back stuff, and he just holds on to this thing for dear life, and loses it. And you can't give this chance to Iheanacho. You know what I mean? This version of Iheanacho of this last year and this year. He tucked that beautiful. As soon as he went through, I was like, yeah, this is it. Man City Iheanacho would have had hope, like, oh, he might fluff his line, but Leicester Iheanacho, yeah, we're done out here. Mistake number 1. The second one, again, another counter against the run of play. Like I said, with a better team, for especially that first half anyway. He tries to lunge at this ball where really he could have let the ball go to the defender and ran to the defender and just pressed him, or made it difficult for the striker to shoot. Nah, he wants to be the hero and do some next lunge, misses the ball completely, and man like Vardy scores, and naturally he's gonna give you them eagle wings, innit? Did you get what I mean?
He is the vilest celebrator in the Premier League.
I'm telling you,
he cares none.
Even Iheanacho was flapping his arms as well. But I was like, yeah, you're learning from your guy, innit? You know what I mean? I was like, you're learning from your guy. But again, if we go back to last season, now I don't want to disrespect man like the Hodginator too much here, because he did give us stability. This is a man that came in when we lost 7 games, without scoring, and he still managed to keep us in the league. So he gave us stability, but the football was just, Lord have the good old mercy. Yeah? If we were 2-0 down with Hodgson,
no,
I might as well switch off. Do you know what I mean? And just do something else, because we ain't coming back against any team. Against any team, we're not about to do nothing, But luckily enough, Vieira made the right substitutions, brought on my guy, this guy right here. Yeah, point to the right side. Don't watch that. You know what I mean? Man like Olis, another player from Reading. Like I said a few streams ago, we should continue to sign their players, because we got Eze and this Olis brother from Reading. The guy is an absolute baller. Like I was saying before the stream, he's done more in the half an hour that he played than what Uncle Ayi has done this whole season. Yeah, he put in dangerous crosses, scored a beautiful volley. A bit lucky with the way he bounced up, for him, but
still took it well though. Took it well. He had to sort out his feet quickly
and
rifled it with power. That was the hard part, is to put the power into it as well as the accuracy. Past Jamaica without even thinking about it.
This is it. The guy's got ability to get past players and all that kind of stuff. But what I like as well is that his delivery is beautiful. Do Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good at
One thing that annoys me is these wingers that can run past people and
No impact.
can't you know what I mean, can't shoot or cross to save their life. They're just there for vibes. You know what I mean? Run past people and vibes. We'll get onto a man like that in one of the following games. You know what I mean? But he actually puts in dangerous crosses, you know, and then man like Schlupp came on. And it's gonna sound harsh, but I'm upset with Schlupp in this game. We should have won this game.
Good
You know what I mean? He scored the one goal, but he missed two easier headers in my view, where we could have won that game. He was extremely wasteful, but what do you expect? Is Schlupp in it? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? He's not levels like that. But generally, I'm happy with the football. I'm happy with the football. We've played some tough teams, and it's not going to stop with Crystal Palace. Almost every game is tough. You know what I mean? We've got Arsenal coming up after the international break, which should be interesting. You know what I mean? But you know, I have more hope for this Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal, especially when you play away at the Emirates, they finish us.
Vieira will want to go there and play well as well.
This season, I know for a fact, you know, I'm like, you know what? Wherever we go, we might lose, but I know we're not just gonna roll over and just die. You know what I mean? We're not just gonna roll over and die. You know, Selhurst Park is gonna be a very difficult ground for anyone to come there and get points. You know, and even on the road, we've got a decent record as well. So yeah, generally, I'm very happy with the way things are going right now.
The thing is with your team as well, you can see what type of football they want to play. You got a man that knows how to manage and get the team to play the way he wants them to play,
and with players of very low ability.
Yeah,
who do I cuss?
Sorry
who
to
do I
cut
cuss
you
on
off,
it? Sorry, go on.
But I'm not talking about you, Abbas. I'm talking about Arsenal. I'm talking about, all right, if you look at it now, yeah, Arsenal decided to go with Arteta instead of Vieira. Arteta's never managed a team before. Vieira's got some type of managerial.
He played his trade. He went to France. He went to America, done his thing in America as well.
Yeah.
And he's actually a legend for Arsenal.
But this is the thing. But it's a good thing for you, look, Huda, because you could have probably ended up with Arteta. So
or Nuno.
Or
Lampard.
You know what I mean?
Lampard was the one I kept saying kept being talked about.
Do you know what I like with Matt? And I'm not just gonna just go on the Vieira loving here, but what I like with managers that have a system is that systems can hide deficiencies of players. Yeah. Now we are now in game 7. Have I once complained about MacArthur this season?
He looks like
that's the point.
To be honest, do you
get what I mean?
He played well yesterday.
Even Joe Ward. I've not really made that many complaints about Joe Ward this season. Yeah, they're not all of a sudden super duper players. Do you get what I mean? But
he's playing in a system.
They're playing in a system, and they know exactly what they have to do. Everyone knows where they have to be, and the pressing is organized as well. What I know is with a lot of teams, that try to just implement. Let's press. The press is unorganized, and you get teams just play behind your press easy, and they're through and go. But the Vieira press, there's a actual structure to the press. Do you get what I mean? There's triggers. They see a heavy touch. They see something. They press. It's not just pressing for the sake of just pressing, and people just pass the ball around you, and you're getting countered easy. So there's definitely a system. You know what I mean?
The thing I would say is the players that he's brought in has worked as well.
Oh yeah, the Gahey, Gallagher, what's his name? Edward. Do you know what I mean? It's it sounds mad again, but Zaha, this guy needs to know when to release the ball. This game, Zaha was decent, but this game shows me why Zaha hasn't made it to that next level. Zaha gets the ball and wants to dribble. That's the first thing in his head. He gets the ball. I'm going to try and go past, man. He never gets the ball and just says, here's a pass, ping it in. Even when it's beneficial to him, there's so many times where he gets the ball on halfway line. The Leicester defense was quite high. He could have just passed it to MacArthur or Gallagher, run in behind with his pace, got the ball again in a better position for him to do the dribble. But he gets the ball, turns his back to the defender. Wants to do the strength thing, wants to do a nutmeg and all this kind of stuff. And by that time, their midfielders and everyone comes back. And he gets away with it because he obviously outperforms, most people in dribbling. But it's like, come on, bro. Do you know what I mean? Not every time you must be dribbling. We're on the halfway line, bro. Just pass it and go forward. Get the ball in a better position, and do your dribbles. You know what I mean? It's like, it was so frustrating. But when it's your best player, it's like,
Yeah,
He just has to put up with it. He's like, whatever.
I feel with it's hard luck on him because the dribbling is probably what's made him successful probably the last manager allowed him to just do what you do that's good. But then now he's finding he has to transition from doing that to be more of a player. And I think obviously Vieira's probably going to have to work on that with him to get him to do that because he's spent years of just going, well, dribbling is what I've been told to do. This is what I'm good at. So yeah, he has to get out of his system. But I understand what you're saying. The team now moves better.
Well, yes, and this is the thing because in the Hodgson era, he gets the ball and he's got nobody to pass to. He's got to run past two man. You know what I mean? Hold that ball up somehow and get the other players in. In this football, he's got passes on, but he's still in that mindset of I got to run past 7 man. Do you get what I mean? To get a shot off, and it's like, bro, there's loads of passing options. Do you get what I mean? No one to dribble and stuff like that. But I can't really be getting onto Zaha when we got the Uber driver, Jordan Ayew in the team. I mean, that guy is completely useless. Like, you know what I mean? You know, I need to read out the truth. I need to pick my battles. So the last man I should be talking about right now. When Jordan Ayew is in this team, this guy is rubbish. Oh my, oh man. And you know what's frustrating with him? Yeah, he has actually good ball control. His first touch is actually decent. His dribbling sometimes is actually not that bad. It's actually half decent, yeah. His decision making is minus 75. If they put a stats on his thing, yeah. You know what's the stat? It's a vision. Yeah, vision. The vision stats should be on minus. Absolutely useless. Absolutely useless. You know what I mean? And like I said, man, my guy Olise came in and showed him up. But hey, we move.
You see this here there from Nicholas here. I'd love Zaha to be at a top 6 side. I think he would excel under Graham Potter. I don't know if he's insinuating Brighton or a top 6 side.
I think you just mean Graham. I think you just mean Graham Potter, manager,
just the manager.
Zaha going to Brighton, there'll be a riot in Croydon, boy.
Zaha wouldn't make it out.
He better move from wherever he lives, boy, because he will get on top. But yeah, Brian played better football and he would definitely excel in a team like that. But the manager also, he has to listen to the manager because he can't be trying to dribble past 17 man football when you've got loads of passing options. You know what I mean? The fastest way to get to the goal, as the old managers say, is by passing. You know what I mean? The man doesn't move faster than the ball, bro. Yeah, I mean, you know, this is like football 101, isn't it?
You know, far be it from me, Kuda, to pull you back to the negative side of Crystal Palace, but I believe there was one important fixture you missed there.
Oh, did I miss our L?
You explained it lovely.
My bad.
You've
always
got a dish, lad. You explained it beautifully.
Yo, like I said, the first half we was on top. Leicester was just literally hanging on in there, and we gifted them 2 goals. You know what I mean? Man like Anderson, dilly-dallying on the ball, you know, like he's the most resistant defender ever. The next goal, he lunges. I think he thought it was Dalsim with the extendable legs. He was never getting to that pass. Absolutely useless, you know, and well deserving of this week's player L because we would have won that game quite easily without his errors. So yeah, Anderson, this week's player L.
Epic fail. You are one pathetic loser.
Just before we move on, another comment, Stu MC here. Can we please have some balanced view on the great quotation marks Luke Shaw, despite all the chat last year, dragged to bits by Istanbul and Ball watching versus Villarreal?
Yeah, he might have missed what I said about
definitely
missed.
We definitely criticizing. I
definitely dragged him for sure.
I said he's allergic to the overlap.
For sure.
I mean, I said he's allergic for the overlap, goals missing, and yeah, well overrated. He had a purple patch last season. Yeah. Adding people putting him in brackets where he does not belong, and now we're seeing where he belongs. You know what I mean? I mean, he really and truly he should have had that dessert that all the Man United players. You know what I mean? Remember Ronaldo didn't take the dessert, and all the players didn't also have the dessert, and then they went on to draw the next game anyway, or maybe lose. Oh, that's Istanbul. They went on to lose anyway, so they might as well have the dessert, boy. You know what I mean? So mad over there. But anyway, we move.
We're not
Right, he's picked out a few more this year. Missing versus Newcastle for Mankilo goal. Tore to ribbons by Wolves. Penalty versus West Ham. Dragged all over the place versus Everton. All this hype.
Hey,
Towered over for the post.
I like the way Stu sees the game, boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely got an analysis brain there.
Yeah.
Do you know what? He's
I
like,
like the way,
he
and
just comes
I can't disagree with you one bit. You are 100% right, man. Overrated. Well
100%.
overrated.
But it's like he's just come to torment Abbas. I love it. Hey, keep it going, Stu. I love it.
He kept on digging him, boy.
Thing is, he said nothing that I already don't know. But I may avoid talking on this podcast because we get enough dragging as it is. United fans on this podcast.
You drag yourself through the mud. You wanna stick the colours to the wrong flagpoles. That's your fault, mate. No one can help you with that. No one can help you with that. I was gonna say a little piece about Crystal Palace first before we move on from Palace.
I think you need to put Stu's comment up.
Where is it? Oh, here we go. Stu again. I think Shaw sneaks some quality streets and Cristiano Ronaldo is not looking. Hey, he's on those purple caramel ones, definitely.
There's another little comment as well from someone that should not be talking, but
well, Nicholas, I believe we all know Nicholas is definitely an Arsenal fan, surely, is he not? But here in the comments, Ollie in for life. I mean, I would back an Ollie in for life at United, definitely. No problem.
The same way I back Arteta since he can't even get top 10. Get out of here, man.
Woof.
Woo, spicy.
Oh, that was spicy. Where did that come from? Jeez.
There's no need for that, mate.
Yeah,
I don't know why Arsenal fans annoy me, man.
I don't know, but let's count the trophies though in each one's cabinet. Who's got more?
Woo! Mazzolini, way.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh well. You know what? Right, so listen, we're talking about you, Abbas. There we go. You got a lot. You got a draw. Listen, West Ham versus Brentford, 2-1 loss to the not so mighty Hammers this week. What can we say? I was there at the game. First thing I will say is,
What, you was there at the game?
Yeah.
Did you bring your binoculars?
Ooh, definitely need them. I was definitely not sitting this close to the pitch. Let me tell you, I was not this close to the pitch. Listen, I'm never gonna back that stadium. It is a horrible stadium. Absolute Pantalones stadium, that's for sure. Shocking stadium. But you know what can we do? We play our football there. Thanks for throwing me completely off, Kuda. I love that from you. But listen, the game itself lived up to our podcast name, man. It was end-to-end football for sure. Brentford probably slightly had the first half of the chances, and West Ham probably had the second half with the chances, to be honest with you. But it was end-to-end stuff, and it's hard. It's hard because Brentford played well, and I don't normally come away from a game where my team has lost and still say I quite enjoyed that game. It was a good game to watch. Wasn't until the last minute it was settled with the Brentford goal. Silly free kick to give away on the edge of our box, but you know, should have defended it a bit better. What can you do? It was right on the line. Oh no! But listen, Brentford are going to cause a lot of problems. I don't think we're going to be the only team to lose. Bad weekend for us to lose, considering other results going away in the Premier League the way it went. I didn't like the fact that Spurs won and we lost. That really annoyed me. That does not make a Sunday. That does not make a Sunday. But do you know what? It's hard because West Ham have played well so far this season, and there wasn't really anything they done wrong in the game. There wasn't anything Brentford done particularly different or well against us, and we didn't play badly at all. So it's a hard one to analyze if you know what I mean, because both teams play good football, and one team got a goal at the end of the game and the other team did it. They went home with the 3 points and we went home with nothing. But
and the man gave you the hammer as well, boy. You know what I mean?
The
hammer celebration at the end, boy. Guys getting
Well, we
disrespectful.
know you're a big fan of the Hammer celebration anyway, Sean. You know, check the YouTube banner to see Sean giving his love to all the West Ham.
Get out of here, mate. Hold your
Got you on
L
that
this
one,
weekend.
bro.
Hey, put your hands up if you got a point this weekend.
Huh? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, Mazzolini. Is
Did
that what it is?
It's all right.
No, you definitely deserve the point from that, man. You guys had a lot of chances. Yeah, like you said, you could have gone either way, innit? It's not really a game where you can come out and say, "Oh, we were rubbish." You know what I mean?
If I really wanted to be
won that.
hypercritical of the game, Bowen should have done better. Ben Rama should have done a little bit better. I think he was just so determined to try and score against Brentford that it got into his head.
You guys are just wasteful, innit? Because
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
You're wasteful, man. Because that's what I had in my notes. I just wrote wasteful Hammers. that's the first thing I wrote in my notes, way, because you lot were just on one way.
Yeah.
And then we got Philman Philly there. That Vessa fella has had a great 2 weeks. Bicycle kick equaliser versus Liverpool. Last minute winner in the London derby. That choo-choo slapped.
Yeah, that's why he gave it the Wakanda celebration, where you know what I mean. He's paying homage to his Juju masters, where you know what I mean, because whatever he's doing, it's paying off. Where.
But you know what, the Brentford manager as well. You gotta love his character at the end. Did you see the interview? I think it was on Match of the Day actually. He went, "Oh, and your substitutions they worked out all right in this match," and he went, "Yeah, of course, I'm a genius."
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Love that. And it was all tongue in cheek as well. You know, he's not a Mourinho type. You know, I am the special one and all of that. It wasn't that sort of flair. It was tongue in cheek. But yeah, you got to love a character of a football manager. It makes those.
No, I hope Brentford do well, man. It's always good. I mean, I always like to have more and more London teams.
and they're definitely playing a good brand of football as well. You know, it's not defensive. It's not. It's not poor. It's a good attacking flair, and they're not afraid to take the game to anyone. So, you know, long may that continue. Really,
they've been working on this style of football for quite a while as well. I think
it's a long-term project. It's a long-term project.
So, one of the clubs that I played with has a good links with. Well, some of our coaches went to them. But the idea, even from there was a lot of talk about they're trying to change their style of play to be more attacking, and you know, building themselves up for this Premier League visit. So this is why it's not a surprise to me what the work they're doing. Obviously, you know about the one of their strikers who's just ready. It was built for the Premier League from last season. Coming here to have a good time, and it's good. It's good to see. You know, sometimes teams come up playing good football, but then they're flat to deceive, like Norwich, for instance, who just yo-yo up, open as hell, and then go back down.
What's wrong with this guy, bro?
I just thought that as well. I don't think we can put that up.
They can stay in. They can stay in the comments. They're coming up on the screen. They're not coming up on the screen.
Yeah. Almost took me off track, but yeah, it's good to see them.
I said he saw him in the tip drill video, you know, that's all mad.
Yeah, it's good to see them that they've come up nicely and played the right football and doing it well. And hope long may it last, because obviously it's still early days. But we'll see. But yeah, it's good. That was a very good game. It was end-to-end, as you said. Very open, very attacking. Sort of thing you like to see.
You see the thing with Brentford, they don't come and show a team that supposedly bigger than them respect. They just come to play their football, no matter who you are, what type of players you got on the pitch. We come to play, we come to win. They ain't coming for no draw, you know. They're coming to win.
Definitely. I mean, that goal that they scored, it was last minute, was it? All 10 of their players were either in the box or just outside the box. You know, there's no wonder why the second ball came out and it fell to a Brentford player.
They're going away from home against teams that are supposedly bigger than them, or on the same level, and going for the game. Unlike certain managers or certain big clubs that every time they face a top 6 team, it's sit back and counter and hope for the best. You know, like that. You know what I mean?
Well, Arteta.
Nah, your guy.
He said
bro.
top 6. He said top 6.
That was a shot I was willing to take because I knew. No, I'm not kidding. That wasn't. I wasn't very fine for that one.
No, but I mean, I don't think there's too much to say about that West Ham game, to be honest with you.
Nah.
Let's talk about Spurs. They picked up a victory, and you know, one of the things, Abbas, I think you picked up on this last week, was the commentators not digging out Kane. Did you hear them with the highlights yesterday? The only highlight they picked out of Kane was when he done the back heel. And they spoke about this like it was the Salah goal, mate. I'm telling you. I could not believe that I was hearing it. Like, this is the only like touch in the box that this guy had. And that was it. But Son was brilliant.
So wait, he still hasn't scored in the Premier League.
Nah, he's still
and
hasn't.
he's still somehow getting picked up for doing back heels.
Yeah.
No, he had that shot in it, and then he tried to lob the keeper, and then didn't really go anywhere. But you know, you know what? This was a very underwhelming game. I mean, they won, but it was like, I mean, call me a hater, but when I see a man like Højbjerg score a beautiful goal, I have to just disregard the whole game. This is just a nonsense. I'm not taking any conclusions from that kind of game. And man like
My
Højbjerg
note on the Højbjerg goal, the sourceless Højbjerg slotting it home.
Man. When people like Højbjerg are scoring, I'm like, you know what? The other team just on an off day, innit? So I'm not really going to take this game serious. Let's see what they do next week, innit? Because honestly, I ain't giving that performance any kind of credit, bro. It's just man. Oliver skipping that playing and
It was underwhelming from Spurs. I guess important points after the North.
That's
London
all it was,
derby.
man. It was just got to get the points on the table, come what may. You know what I mean?
It's 4 wins and 3 losses. It's, no draws so far for Tottenham this season.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Absolutely nothing. They're just about above you. They're still in 8th place below Brentford. So there you go.
Well, you know, I mean, you had Spurs there picking up the win from the North London derby, and then the team that won the North London derby went to Brighton at the weekend and got a 0-0 draw. What did we say on that one?
They were lucky to get a 0-0 draw.
Very.
Arsenal were lucky to get a 0-0 draw.
Very.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
What were we saying? What was that? A back to reality kind of game? What is it? Progress that they didn't
normal
lose?
procedure, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't lose though, so it's not quite a normal procedure. They got away with a draw against a team doing well. You know what I mean?
I
If
can't.
I had said that, you would have been on me. Look at me. Yeah.
Nah. Arsenal ambassador.
Isn't it?
I said that they got a draw against a team doing well, which is Brighton.
Well, okay. So let me.
And they stopped the rock. Listen, they were losing games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, then they started to get the 1-0s. Battered Spurs. They go to a tough ground, which most people were saying that they were going to lose. You know what I mean? They were resolute, somewhat lucky. That's just not somewhat, very lucky. But they came out with a draw. I think it's a decent result, man. You know what I mean? Away to Brighton. It's not bad.
Ramsdale again.
I'm not going to cast them for that.
Oh, yeah, the good game.
Yeah,
No,
Ramsdale
I doubted that's when they bought him. I did think, what were they doing? Mate, he should definitely be there.
Well, you guys are convinced by Ramsdale, yeah?
He's looking like the real deal so far.
Good.
It has to be said. We got Nicholas here in the comments. We underperformed. Arsenal found there.
You didn't need to tell
Well,
us.
that's an understatement of the year, bro. Do you know what I mean? The home kit is red. Like,
Thanks for telling us, mate.
The sky is blue, bro. Come on.
nah, I mean, Ramsdale. Yeah, I'm seeing him. Yeah, he's doing the little fancy saves, but there's best scud keepers that make them kind of saves, man. And it just, I don't know, man. Jury's still out for me, man. I just see more.
You know what's funny?
I think
was just
Philly
thinking,
there is saying you've seen the alternative. So I guess Ramsdale is a hit.
He's a hit. I guarantee you.
I liked his performances.
They're going
I
in.
liked his performance.
Oh yeah, that's
there's
obviously Leno is scud, but I'm just saying, you know, Ramsdale, he's only there, and that's the problem. We're looking at the alternative, and it's like, oh, this guy is, you know, wonderful. I think he's okay, bro. He's just a little bit better than Leno.
Mate, you know what? You see, from seeing, all right, let's put this in a Liverpool perspective now, yeah? Seeing Karius and then seeing Alisson.
Don't disrespect the legend, boy. Don't disrespect the legend, boy. Karius.
Yeah, man.
Madrid legend, bro.
What do you mean?
He's a legend, bro. He's a legend.
Yeah, that you, my man over here. I don't even talk too tough. My man can talk a little tough now because obviously he won that game, but you, big man.
We got Nicholas again. Could have hating on Ramsdale.
Yes, I'm hating on Ramsdale. You know what? Yeah,
Ramsdale.
when Ramsdale starts making errors, yeah, towards as the season go on, you're gonna see me, boy. Here, you're gonna see me. Because I'm telling you, I am not convinced, bro. I'm not convinced, but you know what?
So what,
I'll stick up. No, I'm gonna say Leno's better. Don't try to put words in my mouth here. No one's saying Leno's
I
better.
was even gonna say that.
Leno is a rubbish, yeah. But I'm just saying that this guy ain't the answer in it. That's all I'm saying.
We got another comment from Jonathan here. We would normally lose that game 1-0, but grinded out a draw.
Grinded.
They did, man.
They were not
They did.
grinding.
They did.
Brian was just unfortunate. They were not
They're on
grinding.
the road.
Grinding wouldn't mean that you worked hard. Don't say grinding. No. Scrap that talk. I'm not having that grinding.
I'm not gonna lie.
No.
I mean, it was Brighton took 21 shots in this game. I know their ability not to they weren't clinical.
Arsenal had 8.
That's 21.
Yeah, 21 shots. Still order. They only got 2 on target. They got the same amount of target as Arsenal, and Arsenal had 8. But even the passing, the touches, come on, the territory. Nah, man, it's grinding.
No, Arsenal, they're the Odegaard was woeful, boy. That game was
Aubameyang was woeful.
You know what I mean?
Oh, Aubameyang was terrible. It was terrible.
Man.
Yeah, Aubameyang's terrible. Yeah, but imagine Aubameyang being terrible, and then who did they bring on? Lacazette?
Yeah, but like I said, was better at holding the ball up for them.
He had a
Holding the ball is meant to score goals. That doesn't make sense. I don't care about holding up a ball. What's holding it up for?
I said this ain't netball, you know.
Yeah.
Sure attack me like I'm an Arsenal fan. That's
No, because you know what? Every time I talk to an Arsenal fan, it's Lacazette holds the ball up well. Big man, you're the only
No,
striker. Who
sure
you holding it up for? Who are you holding it up for? Huh?
You see, Nicholas. Once again, SAS, the defense worked very hard. Our attack and midfielders were diabolical.
Mate, so that means the majority of your team is diabolical. Then basically, you're saying.
To be honest, working hard is not really something to be. You should just work hard, innit? You're on a football pitch.
I mean, it's what you get
And
paid
I'm
for.
the
no?
I'm the Arsenal hater, yeah. Oh,
No, but you gotta be realistic, though. Innit? You know what I mean, I only rain it down when it gets too much. You know what I mean?
But to be honest, it's not too much. Their manager is terrible. I think if another manager goes in there, he's doing a better job, 100%. The players that he's got there, he would make it happen. I don't think Arteta is the right man. And the reason
Trust
probably why
the process, innit?
there ain't no process, big man. It's done.
That's
it's
a harder job to take on than the United job, though.
Oh, 100%.
You see what? I was just being quiet here because I said if
I saw
say
you
anything,
smiling, didn't it? Like, oh,
I
look
said
at
if
this
I-
Arteta chat. Nah, I'm bringing
If
you
I
back
said
in.
anything, you was gonna mention the trophy cabinet, so I just said I was gonna sit here and keep calm. And somehow I'm still getting dragged into this.
I couldn't help it. It was
I-
that
I-
slideshow with that.
I beg you
penalty
put that
versus West Ham.
Firmino comment up there. Now, I'm not Firmino's biggest fan,
Nicholas,
but
SAS
never
talked to Firmino
never
about
mention
scoring
Firmino
goals.
and Lacazette in the same breath, big man. Do you know what I mean? Like, just stop it. Just absolutely stop it. You're embarrassing yourself there. Relax.
You know
man.
why you're an
And then we got
embarrassment to
Philly. Their
yourself?
squad is pants, though. Not even mocking.
And you know why you know why you're mocking yourself, Nicholas? Because remember what Firmino does to your team, innit? Remember that.
Yeah.
If you don't know, go on YouTube and check. Because
No, the Arsenal squad, the Arsenal squad, you know, it's bad, but it's not as bad as what Arteta got it at in the table for me, especially last season. I think someone can do a better job with that thing. But you know, yeah, trust the process, boys. See where that gets you, innit?
So you got Nicholas. Trust the process. Arteta will do way better with a United squad. Are you saying that the players aren't United or with the United squad? I was just saying.
How about you just try and qualify for Europa League at least, and then we'll talk from there. Thank you.
Wowzers.
I don't even like how your chest is that high. You know what I mean?
It is,
My chest ain't high.
I don't want to go back to
bossy.
talking
It's a
about
bit
United.
bossy
You know
for
what I
that.
mean?
Yeah.
My chest ain't high. My chest ain't high.
You know,
Just,
all due respect here, but you this season's Champions League, I'd relax with that comment there still, because you could end up in the Europa League right
This is
now.
the thing. Do you know what I mean? It's very feasible that you could end up in the Europa League still. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, at least we're still in it.
Apparently, Nicholas again could have go check how many goals Firmino and Laka scored last year.
Bro, I don't care if Firmino scores 0 goals, bruv. He's 10 times better the player than Lacazette is, bruv. Don't
Yeah, but all right.
don't lie
Remember,
to yourself,
he was talking about Lacazette holding up the ball. Firmino creates goals and all that. And furthermore, look where my team finished. Look where your team finished. Just done your talk, innit? Just carry on. Do not even act anything about Liverpool because
Hey, it's so heated. The video feed is melting, man.
Man's video if you can't handle the venom, boy.
Jordan's raging. It's a
Spewing onto the camera at the moment. Listen, I don't think. Listen, 0-0 draw with Brighton, Arsenal. You'd be hoping for better, but you know a 0-0 draw at Brighton, the way they're playing at the moment, is probably not the worst result in the grand scheme of things. Chelsea versus Southampton, 3-1 to Chelsea at the weekend. Werner getting on the score sheet. We having some of that after like having that 2 misallowed.
You know what? You like
disallowed first.
Like the Tottenham game where I said I'm not really taking that game seriously because Højbjerg scored a banger. This game, because the sideman in Loftus-Cheek.
1 second, we got this from for Sean, and once again, Nicholas is asking, Firmino creates goals. Laugh.
You know,
question.
That wasn't necessary there, you know.
There was
to be honest, sorry, let me address this claim, yeah. With all due respect, you must have seen Liverpool play at some point, yeah. Without Firmino, half of these goals don't. Like, he starts off the team movement, innit? Even if you don't get the assists, him in the play, he creates the goals. Now, who in your team can you say does that? Yeah, look how everybody went silent. It's done, isn't it? Carry on with the conversation.
I was waiting for the Arsenal ambassador to say something still. I'm
not supporting this nonsense about Lacazette.
He could have distanced himself away from this Firmino early doors. Early doors.
I already said
that white
that.
flag. It's like, nah, this is not my battle.
It's not in my contract.
Because he's even trying to direct it towards me as well. I said, bro, I don't care how many goals Lacazette scores, bro, compared to Firmino, but I have Firmino over Lacazette any day of the week.
I think if you ask the same question to everyone in this room, they're gonna take that.
All
Maybe
right, who would you rather have, Lacazette or Firmino?
I ain't gonna lie. Can you imagine? Even me, I'll say Firmino. I don't even like
that.
it.
I mean, that seals the deal. If a Man United fan is willing to take a Liverpool player, then you know, is
Anyway, moving on. Like I said,
let's go with this Chelsea game. 3-1 to Chelsea.
This Chelsea game, I mean, obviously, this is why I said Chelsea, you know, Man City and Liverpool are clear. Chelsea won't get there because I think they'll just be able to done out these small teams, yeah. And when you see people like Barkley and Loftus-Cheek have good games, I'm sorry, call me a hater. I don't take the game seriously, bro. I don't take it seriously. Like Barkley, Loftus-Cheek, you know, they were gassing them. They were proper gassing them on Match of the Day, yeah?
That was the hardest thing to watch. That was the hardest thing to watch.
Oh, I thought the highlight reel of Ruben Loftus-Cheek was laughable.
One of the highlights of Loftus-Cheek, he lost the ball.
Yeah.
And that man carried on talking over it. Like,
laughable.
You know what? For me, what made me laugh about this whole rating of Loftus-Cheek and Ross Barkley and all the rest of that is, none of this would have happened if Southampton had 11 men on the pitch, because they all started looking good when Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, it was 1-1 before the sending off, wasn't it?
So let's say Ward-Prowse didn't do that ridiculous tackle and got himself sent off. Would there have been highlight rules for these two players? No, they wouldn't have been.
And to add to that, Abbas, we're talking about a game where Werner scored. So really and truly, I mean, how many conclusions should we really be taking from this game? I mean, they done what they're supposed to do, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
not really.
Exactly.
Should Chelsea start to worry about Lukaku? Seems to have gone off the boil a little touch since he's come back.
No, yeah, Lukaku, yeah. This wasn't a big game, obviously, and I think he actually had a decent game all round. But his big game pedigree it just looks funny in the light, man.
I'll agree with that very much. So
Anytime it's a hard team, yeah, he's looking smelly, bro. I still like,
This I rugged you know.
it's smelly, you know.
you know what, yeah. Anytime I see him, and it's like, I know I shouldn't be talking about no Champions League defeats this, you know, what I mean, this year, let alone this week, yeah. But the miss he had against Juventus, yeah, I was just like, you see, this is what I'm saying, man. This guy, man, he's just not. I don't think he's that guy, man. You know, what I mean, I think he's gonna get enough goals against these smallish teams to have a decent tally, but I doubt his impact against big sides.
I've got a lot of experience with Lukaku when he played with us, and nothing he's doing surprises me at all. I don't understand why it surprises the commentators. That's what annoys me, because we've all seen it, and obviously there's this story that, oh yeah, he's such a better player since he left, blah blah blah. But I've watched him in Italy, I've watched him in Champions League, I've now watched him with Chelsea. He's exactly the same player. He will score goals, no doubt about it. He will score goals in blocks, though. That's what will happen. And then in some games where they really need him, he'll disappear. Games against the top six, the real top six, I'm not talking about Arsenal, right? He will maybe in about, I don't know, 12 games, he'll probably only score 2 goals. While other strikers, the main strikers, like old Kane, not this year Kane, right? And Aguero will probably score more. So this is everything he's doing is exactly what I expect. He's now everyone's commenting on his touches, his first touch. I was like, but even his first game against Arsenal, he had terrible touches as well. He probably could have scored a hat-trick if he sorted out his first touch. This myth that all of a sudden his touches got better. Since when?
I think you gotta look at how he was being used, though, innit? You guys tried to use him like his Drogba and all that kind of stuff, yeah. Conte had the sense to know that you can't have him doing that and had him doing a counter attack, because that's how he was like a counter attack, and he's very good on the counter attack. You know what I mean? Quick passing and all that kind of stuff. But he's not. Yes, he's got the strength and all that, yeah. But the way that ball bounces off his feet, yeah. What's the point if you're pinning the defender down and the ball is back to the halfway line, bro? Like, you know what I mean? And again, this game with the 10. What's that?
Nicholas could have spot on.
Yeah.
With Lukaku. I can never see him on par as one of the best strikers.
I
saw one Chelsea fan put him up there with Lewandowski and Benzema and people like that as strikers. I'm like,
got Philly there. They need a mount or at least someone next to him to work with him.
And this is what I've been saying. This is what I've been saying. How many streams now? Yeah, about the supporting act around Lukaku at Chelsea. It's going to be an issue for them because Havertz, Ziyech, mess. Yeah, Hudson Odoi, whatever, bare height, very inconsistent. And
he did look good this game.
It looks like, but Tuchel don't really trust him though. You know, he
gets injured too often as well, man.
You get what I mean? Like, and then Werner, we know what he's like. The players around him, because they play, is it like 2 10s or whatever it is? Yeah, the 2 players that play next to Lukaku just are not consistent enough, and are not doing enough this season. So it's gonna be a bit of a problem, right?
Yeah, definitely for sure. I mean, the question is, do you guys think he's world class?
No.
Wow. Pin drop. Pin drop.
You can't be world class because you ain't talking about him in that light. So he can't even be in the conversation until he's up there. I mean,
he's a goal scorer though.
He's a goal scorer, but so is Danny Ings. You know what I mean, it doesn't make him one of the best in the world just because you stick the ball in the back of the net. You got to do it consistently. There's a process to being the best in the world. It doesn't just come. Yeah. There's a
I agree.
I think sometimes this stuff is also like how broad are people doing the world class thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
How in my head,
is this bar for world class?
Because in my head, when I think world class here, I'm thinking like, okay, if I'm saying world class striker, I'm probably talking about 5 players tops. And anyone that don't make in that top 5 is not world class. But some players, you're probably looking at a certain level of quality or whatever. I think everyone's definition of world class is it's a difficult one, man. It's a difficult one. But
yeah,
by my view anyway, I don't think he's world class for me. I think he's like just below the world class. He's obviously one of the top strikers, but I don't think he's a world class striker. I wouldn't put him there.
What's that? A comment from Nicholas again. So let me
I was
guess.
seeing what your opinion was on Lukaku first. But yeah,
He probably think Lacazette is world class.
That's what I was about to
Lukaku
say.
is not world class.
Lacazette is though, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Or Aubameyang. That's what you were saying.
Again, Aubameyang is not world class, but Arsenal fans will kill me. But we move.
I'll agree with this comment there from Philly there. Southampton in trouble. Armstrong replacing Ings is an absolute myth.
Their transfer window was just a mess, innit?
Yeah, big time.
It's just a mess, man. Just a mess.
That is the definition of shooting yourself in the foot.
Armstrong, is still a silver card on FIFA and that? Like, come on.
Oh,
I'm not even sure.
Like, it's bloody hell, man. Stop it. Anyway, man, let's move on. What have we got here?
We've got Nicholas saying the quality of strikers have gone down over the years. Only a few world-class strikers.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But that's because too many teams play with one striker nowadays.
Yeah, I was going to say a few's probably pushing a couple, maybe. I mean,
yeah, man.
some don't even play with strikers.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. We got a couple of other results here. Not too many, I suppose.
No, yes. Let's move to Wolves Newcastle. Yes, just quickly.
Wow, that's strong. That's strong.
Nah.
Wow.
Hey, kudos on your side, Nicholas, bro.
It is what it is.
Isn't it?
Yeah, what's
It's all love.
Get it. Peace.
He was just about to go on to something there, could I?
Oh yeah. Wolves against Newcastle. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, who's that player they got on loan that bagged 2 goals? Yeah.
No.
Huing or
South
something.
Korean
Huing?
bloke,
Yeah. He bagged the 2 goals. I mean,
He Chang.
yeah, very good performance. I mean, what's his name? Jimenez,
Doing his stuff.
arguably the best player in that game. But it's funny that when you put in an actual footballer as opposed to a baby old rugby player, yeah, what actually happens? Do you get what I mean? You actually get goals and real football going on the pitch.
Some passes that actually go to their target.
Passes that actually go to their players, actually putting the ball in the back of the net. Real football, not a guy that just runs around, causes havoc, but nothing ever comes of it. Like, honestly.
Kuda, I think you've woken up and chose violence today, you know.
Do you know what? I obviously I made an audacious prediction on this results.
Standard.
And yeah, wow. Just wow. Because when I watched the game, I was just like, what
did you have this game down? Just for the viewers that weren't there?
3-1 Newcastle. Because I was just
He was close.
decided to go. I just decided to go out there, innit? So unlucky. when it was 1-1, I was like, oh, I don't know how, but imagine if they get the 2 goals now. That would be looking like a steal. Yeah, I after 5 minutes, I didn't see that happening. I have to say, I don't know why Mr. Bruce is doing this, but San Maximin should not be up front by himself. Should not be a striker. Should be on the
deserves
wing.
better, man. The amount of through balls he's putting to people and they're skying it is just jarring, man.
He just needs to be in such a better team.
Honestly. But to leave him up front on his own, I think you're just killing him. You're just killing him, man. You're giving him too much work to do. Whoa.
Yeah, we'll just ignore that.
You can't even repeat that one. Leaving him up front on his own is nuts. It's absolutely nuts. It's not going to help the Newcastle team at all. And I know he's already struggling, and the fans don't really like him as well. So yeah, he's not helping his situation. But I have to say, another thing that's killing me as well is Joe Linton playing as basically right wing. What the hell? What a fall from grace that is. He used to be a striker.
He don't score goals. But he might hold the ball up well, though.
I was about to say that, but no, like...
it's long for Steve Bruce, Like, I mean, they're one of 4 teams with 0 wins this season, 7 games in. I mean, boy, it's just
999 games in management as well, Steve Bruce.
how.
Are we forgetting our coined phrase from like the last
Philly.
season?
Why is Steve Bruce still employed?
Exactly.
Regurgitated managers.
Regurgitation.
Like I said, like we were talking about on the last stream, yeah. These are the people that put passion and desire and United DNA on their CV to get jobs, because I really don't know why.
What I will say to give him some sort of credit. He is a specialist at getting teams out of the championship. He's got more teams promoted than any other manager.
Well, he needs to stay down there, innit?
Yeah. Obviously,
he needs to stay down there and just get promoted and collect the fat bonus
what would be a good
every
club for
summer.
him? Norwich. I mean, they're a match
perfect.
made in heaven for each other.
Yeah,
They just go up and
doing
down
this.
each season. Lovely jubbly.
Yeah, man. No, it's an absolute joke.
I don't think Big Sam, Newcastle,
He's not well Newcastle again.
ever going to happen ever again.
That is never happening. But Saint Maximin, boy,
he needs
he needs to go, man.
He needs a team, doesn't he?
You know that when you're playing for a dead team and he's playing so well this season, and so he started really well. You know? Everything that I've seen anyway has been really good, man. Especially that, and what's impressed me more so than we know you can dribble past man for fun, innit? But it's the balls he's putting in for the other players, man. Some of the through balls outside of the foot, like the weight of pass, is just beautiful, man. And he's just putting it through to scud players. Them players owe him half their wages, man, because
they need to give them all the wage.
All of
Give me another
I don't
half
see
decent
what they're
Newcastle player. Just give me another decent Newcastle.
where's Wilson?
injured.
As
He keeps getting injured.
I swear that guy only becomes fit against West Ham. If West Ham are around the corner, dude plays. Any other game, don't play. I'm telling you.
Actually guaranteed, boy. Don't bring your binoculars next time you play Newcastle if he's there, man.
I'll leave it with the shutters down when Wilson's on.
No point in watching that, man. I mean,
You're digging out my stadium for anyway. What's that? Chose violence, indeed. Sean. Chose violence today.
Oh man,
Nicholas is asking here, where do you see Saint Maximin going? I mean, anywhere will do for him at the moment, just out of Newcastle because. Brighton.
Any top 8 team you can do something with.
Nah, I think it'd be more than Brighton.
What about
You
Leicester?
could do more than Brighton. I just
Leicester,
I think
Leicester
that's not a
good.
bad shot.
Leicester again.
Damari Gray will be upset. He's gone already.
I mean, Nicholas, would you take him at Arsenal?
We said upgrade me.
Could have chose violence, yeah? Could have chose violence. Wow.
I don't even say anything, but there's just no point.
You two are drinking from the same Kool-Aid today, that's for sure. Wow.
Nah, you know what? Right now, I don't think right now is the right time for Arsenal, for him to go to Arsenal, because Arsenal.
Hell no.
Yeah,
that is a graveyard. You know what I mean? He will end up like Pepe, and people will be saying, "Oh, look at him, he's rubbish." You know what I mean? When he's actually a decent player, like that's not the case.
Leicester. Have you cancelled your contract?
What's that? No. When he goes too far, I'm not gonna just back them because you know what I mean. Like, loud. You know what I mean? I'll just rein it in.
You're not just gonna back it blindly and change your name on the podcast to something silly.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I tend to fix it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nah. We're not doing that around here. We're not doing that.
Bro, I'm getting corned off today, bro. Bev bullets, boy. Ah, dear, oh dear.
What film? When he's saying he's on the slave contract? Oh Lord.
3-7
There we go. He ain't going anywhere. His contract worse than Kane's. Wow.
And with that owner, boy, he'd be asking for 100 mil.
I wonder if he used Kane's agent as well. His brother.
His brother's only got one client, mate. That's his brother. Like, you know, I mean, and the whole office, you know. That's so mad.
You have to look the part, innit?
Sean, do you know the answer to Nicholas's question here? When we play in Liverpool, so when Arsenal play in Liverpool, you know?
Do you want me to be completely honest with you? I'm not even checking because when it comes down to us playing Arsenal, he ain't turning up. So you do the checking, big man.
It's true, because when they were losing, this guy was a ghost. When you turned up after they won like 2 games in a row, or whatever
Games
it was.
1-0.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
But you know what? That did you watch the highlights, Stuart? I know you must have seen the highlights of this.
Of
Newcastle.
Yeah.
Newcastle. Did you see the Newcastle goal though? That was
very...
that was just comedy, bro. Where was the keeper?
Well, I mean, but...
pretending to be injured.
No, though. Was he pretending to be injured? I don't get it. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't understand what the keeper's doing, and I don't think the referee should call it. And I don't think the Newcastle player shouldn't shoot it. But I don't know. There's just something wrong about it that it shouldn't have happened. I don't know who's to blame, but there's definitely something in that whole scenario that shouldn't have happened to stop that from happening. Because I watched that, I was like, why is this? I don't understand.
So for me, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't he look up twice? He looked up once, then started doing the injury thing, then looked up again and thought, oh no, they're still playing on. Let me get up and try and save it. For me, that's 100% of the... That's 100% on the keeper. I have no...
Yeah, if
the
it
moment,
comes that way.
The moment he looked up and then popped back up and then went to try and save it, I said, no, that's on you. That's on you. Said it
comical,
like
though. I don't think Newcastle was scoring any other way in that game, to be fair, though.
Nah.
It was the only way that it was going to score.
Nah, Steve Bruce is lucky. He's lucky. He didn't get the L. But it's like it's a weird whole scenario because the fans hate him. I don't think he even wants to be there. Do you know what I mean? The owner just keeps him there because he can't be asked to, pay him off and have to sign another manager. It's just a weird vibe over there.
That guy there, Maya Cashley, I'm sorry, man. He's slowly strangling Newcastle to a slow death, man. Just let it go, man.
I think in the last 5 years, he's put zero money into the club.
He's put nothing in. He's put nothing in.
So, the only good thing with that whole situation is that the Newcastle fans have kind of quietened down on the whole way a big club talk.
Oh yeah,
because that used to get under my nerves as well. You're only a big club in Newcastle, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, big club because you sell out the stadium, basically.
You know what I mean?
Somebody needs to get Kudus on milk today because he's not easy,
Honest.
Yeah.
No, we have to be real sometimes. When Newcastle fans start annoying me, like, oh, big club, what? Because you're out there in full force in the winter with no tops and that. You think you're a big club? Get out of here, bro. Clowns, bro. Stop it. Anyway, I'm out. I'm done. I'm done on that game.
Well, I mean, there's only 2 more games that went over the weekend. Leeds versus Watford, 1-0 to Leeds.
Yep.
Watford had a goal disallowed. If you remember,
shouldn't have been disallowed.
No.
To make it worse, when you look at the replay, the defender was holding the player that eventually bundles into the keeper anyway. So there should have been a penalty anyway.
The goal should have stood, and if the goal don't stand, it's a penalty. Surely.
Exactly.
And I don't know why VAR didn't pick that up.
So I've
keepers look protected, isn't it?
Yeah.
VAR has been dodgy this season quite a bit. It's actually now getting a bit silly. Yeah, it's actually getting. It wasn't this bad last season.
Because you're getting penalties.
Wow.
Wow. I don't understand.
I was trying again. I'm trying to be in the middle here, but no. But I think he has been a bit dodgy. There's been a lot of decisions where I'm looking back and
Nicholas asks here, who troubled Kuda today? Unlimited smoke. I mean,
it's Monday, bro. You know when you have to go back to work, bro. You're like,
we're trying to figure this out.
It's Monday. It's Monday blues, bro. I'm just upset that I'm back at work. That's all it is.
That's crazy.
As you said, definitely should have been a penalty or a goal.
It had to be one of the two. The two, and then after this game, Watford, do what Watford do, and sack a manager.
And the Tinker Man is back, boy.
Yeah, dilly ding, dilly dong, back in. Watford to win Premier League next season. It's coming.
Well,
heard it here first.
He won the Premiership title with Leicester. Better than some, hey?
Better than a lot.
Not my manager.
Boy.
I mean, the only other one, Burnley versus Norwich. I mean, I mean,
Bro,
how
just
Oh man,
This
two
is-
dreadful
it's
teams.
0-0 as well. Like
if you had any other result put down, seriously, I mean, 0-0 written all over it. It's terrible.
Two
Literally, I
dreadful
mean,
teams. One of which is apparently going to finish above us. But
Hey,
so mad.
listen, yeah, it's a slow start. It's a slow burner. It's a slow burner. It's a slow burner. I've got faith in Deitch. Deitch is gonna turn it round eventually.
Bro,
Come
that should just break
January,
the ball
they're
in
gonna put a
championship.
16 game. They're gonna put a 16 game unbeaten run together and survive, no problem, no worries. That's what I'm feeling.
This is
That's
literally
what
the first game that Norwich hasn't lost.
I know it's terrible.
Oh,
But did you see the
wow.
highlight reel for this game though?
I
There
didn't.
was one highlight, and it wasn't a shot. It wasn't nothing. It was Tim Krul punching Vidra in the face as he tried to
Actually, I remember that.
clear the cross, missed the ball completely, absolutely pied him in the
And
chops.
VAR said that
And
he got the
VAR
ball
said-
first.
Good job. Good job.
Keepers, bro. They're so, and then someone just breathes on the keeper. It's a free kick. Oh,
Unbelievable, wasn't it? Unbelievable. He proper got sparked.
He knocked him out. Yeah, he actually knocked him out. Proper knocked him out.
That was hilarious, man. I
I
mean,
didn't even see that in the highlight. I saw that on Twitter.
that
Someone just
was
put,
the
what,
highlight.
VAR
That
not
was it.
working.
That was the highlight. There was nothing else to that game apart from that. That's how dry that game was. That is crusty game. That's a crusty game. I
I
mean,
didn't watch that. Then.
normally here we would slap in the predictions, but you know, as we all know, it's the wonderful
Great.
international break coming up. You know, the big important World Cup qualifiers. I think England have got Albania. You know,
Exciting.
Hard-
This is why
hard
players
game.
were rested, didn't it?
Yeah, this is why Oli rested Pogba and Pogba
I
and
mean, it'd be
CR7
interesting
boy.
to
You know
know
what I mean?
who France and Portugal actually had. You know, so who.
Can we stop with the damn indirect
He
and
did, though.
directs at my
Why
end?
else, why else did he stop? Why else were they on the subs? You know what I mean? He's resting them for France and Portugal. You know what I mean? He's, you know, come on. Oli's a genius.
Oh, okay,
But despite there being an international break, we shall be with you with another stream next week to keep you up to date with all that's running on in the football world. You know, give another little grill into Abbas because that was fun today. I enjoyed that. Failing that, we'll see you again next week. Remember, all the socials, they're on the screen above me. Look, they're over there. That way.
Yeah, make sure to drop a like on the video, man.
Hit a like and a comment before you go. Greatly appreciated, chat. You've been absolutely awesome today, I have to say. you be good. You be good today, and we'll see you next week. Laters.
Latest.
Au revoir.
Bye.